Hey folks, it's Glenn the Ball Chef, and you know, I got the 3 packs of masks out. I can't believe that with this plague that more people would not have sent me an email saying they needed masks. So I sent one mask to a parole officer that was going into home visits, and another set of masks for a guy that worked at a old folks home, and another one went to my pastor. So I guess that's where the 3 boxes of the N95 masks are. Now, you can't even buy a box of these things anywhere, but now I don't have any more. But one thing is, people are getting back to the old style stuff like in the 50s and the 60s. We used to play board games like Monopoly, and everybody's watching, you know, Netflix. You can't watch a movie without popcorn. It's a natural fact, it really is. Now, I'm sitting here with a guy that turned 66, he's retired, he's living at my house, and he came up with this popcorn recipe. I'm not like the biggest fan of popcorn, but he cooked up this popcorn recipe. So if you're sitting around watching Netflix, I got the world's best popcorn recipe. I'm gonna bring in this Italian dude. I've known this guy for 40-some years. He's my best buddy. We're living here, we're sheltering in place. And Carmen, come on up here. Let's, you know, tell them the backstory of this deal, the popcorn.
Been making this stuff for years and years, from way back in Eastern Pennsylvania in the 1960s and 70s. And the way I do it is real simple. And we're going to show you that right now.
So now that we're sitting here, and I have nothing better to do but to make popcorn. Is that what we're going to do?
That's what we're going to do.
Well, you made that popcorn, and I was glazed and amazed. And we're going to show you the technique to make the world's best popcorn.
On a Saturday night.
On a Saturday night in Old Town Manassas. So let's get the show going.
So we're going to do the popcorn recipe tonight. Let you know that this isn't like your grandmother's Jiffy Pop. Remember when you were a kid, you get that Jiffy Pop thing and sitting there popping it, then that big thing would come up nice and big and it looked real cool, and Ozzie and Harry were all crazy with the stuff, right? And all of a sudden when you ate it, the bottom's all burnt. And you're like, oh. Then they always made me eat that because I was the littlest guy. So Vinny would eat the good stuff, Frankie, my sister, everybody eats the good stuff, and I had to get the popcorn on the bottom because I was too small. So now I said I'm going to make my own recipe. So it's real simple. Basically, we're going to get oil, excuse me, oil of your choice. Now today we're going to just use extra virgin olive oil. You could use not Crisco. You could use any kind of oil you want, canola oil, any kind of oil. Just throw it in there. We got some real kernels. And what's cool about this is this is going to save you a lot of money because that Jiffy Pop stuff is expensive. And then we just put regular old butter in it. And so what used to bug me is that you get that popcorn and your hands are all greasy because you got all this butter all over your person. So I said to myself, I'm not going to do that anymore. So what I decided to do was make it my way. I got the stove going, and the thing to do is I got this pot's kind of a little bit, it's big, so the popcorn can expand into the pot. And you want to just put enough popcorn in the bottom to cover the bottom. So you shake it a little bit. We're getting some stuff going, getting warm a little bit, so that's about right. Then you're going to just throw some oil in it, and just put enough oil. Don't put too much and don't put not enough. Make sure you get it just right. You get all your popcorns, all your kernels, get them all nice, right? So we got some heat going. Now what we want to do.
Meat.
Heat, my brother, heat. So now you want to put your butter to taste. And so I just throw some butter in there.
So you don't have to put the butter on top of the popcorn.
No, you just put it, it's going to melt. It's going to melt.
So it'll thoroughly mix with this.
Yeah, so what's going to happen is we're going to just let it get a little crazy in there. Right? Let it get all acquainted. And you can see it looks like it's getting a little wet, but it's really not. And this is real simple. You go like this. Have your bowl ready to go. And then you can sit around and chill for a minute.
And watch the popcorn pop.
That's it. And so you can see it's starting to boil in there a little bit, and you don't have to be in a hurry. You can just take your time and just watch the popcorn. Now, if you want to, you can put some salt in there. You can put you can put sugar in there if you want to. If you want that that caramel stuff, you can put any kind of stuff in there that you want. But tonight we're just going to do just regular, the base popcorn, and then you can get crazy with the mix, you know, as you move forward and learn how to not burn the popcorn. And so we're going to let it go for a minute. So, you know, one of the keys of this thing is once it starts popping, you want to let it pop until the whole thing kind of, just let it go, let it pop a while until the whole thing. No, it's not going to burn. You would think it's going to burn, but what's going to happen is we're letting that pop. It's got to go, right? So when you get a little bit of a layer it's popping. So when you get a layer or two of popcorn in there, then we're going to start to shake it. And we're going to shake it until it stops popping. There's a 2-second rule. So
What do you explain the 2-second rule?
Well, the 2-second rule is that you have a 2-second rule. So when the popcorn stops popping for 2 seconds, then that's when you know it's done.
Done and done.
That's when it's done. So now see what we got. So now I'm going to shake it because I don't want it to stick to the bottom. We're going to shake it around a little bit. I'm just going to give it a little bit of love. There you go. Just shake it around.
Is this an Italian recipe or is this?
This is my recipe. This is how I do it. This is a secret, Glenn, and I don't want you to tell anybody how we do this.
Well, we're putting it up online.
No, we're not going to put this online.
Yes, we are.
No, we can't. I have a patent on this thing. So see, it's still popping. Now it's starting to slow down. See, we're still going. Still going. Make sure we don't stick. Step 1, 2. We're about there. And we're almost there. There you go. You're done. Now, take that off.
Popcorn.
We're going to put it in the popcorn dish. Try not to spill it all over the floor.
Is there any burned kernels in there?
I didn't see any.
Looks pretty good.
Now, what's going to happen?
Carmen just put together some popcorn, and it doesn't look like any of it's burnt. He's an old squid back from the
70s.
70s.
I went in 71.
Oh, you were in the,
Yeah.
you were in the military in 71. Were you eating this back then?
No.
This is later.
No, this came out later when I had kids,
Oh,
and they wanted popcorn.
and there's
Had to get it right.
The butter's already mixed in here. We don't have to
Yeah.
butter it.
That's right. So
Then
here we go.
We're gonna take it. Little bite of this.
Oh, yeah.
Does it go good with the movie?
Right.
All right. You can take
Great stuff. When you first make the popcorn and it's nice and hot, it's a little moist, there's a different flavor when it starts to cool off and it really starts to dry out a little bit. And man, yeah, that's good stuff. Well, it doesn't really get to last more than 20 minutes, so by the time you're done eating, it's still hot.
But at any rate, you know, everybody's watching movies. They got nothing to do. Got a shelter in place. Popcorn goes great with any Netflix movie, whatever you're watching on TV. Gotta have popcorn. And this simple recipe sounds kind of stupid. But at any rate, think about it. It's Glenn the Ball Chef, and as always, bon appetit.